This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration. This podcast is sponsored by Lever Consulting, editing with a purpose. Check them out at leverconsulting.com for a free consultation.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm V.
And you're listening to Cringe With Me, the podcast where we dig up the cringiest articles, questions, and tidbits of human culture to review with you, our listeners, so you too can cringe with me.
I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful or maybe terrible.
Alright, guys. So, this episode, you can already see it's titled Ryan Isn't Really My Friend.
I warned you guys last week I'd be defending myself for this entire episode, so let's get into it, I guess.
You're acting like it isn't true. I'm opening up the article.
It's
now.
not true. It's not. Constant accusations.
Alright, so this is another advice column because I'm predictable. This is Ask Amy, not Abby, so it's going to be less pretentious.
Okay. And you're just... I'm more predictable. I feel like 90% of mine are the same subreddit, so...
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how stuff turns out.
Okay.
Alright. This one's titled, He Thinks I'm His Friend, but I'm not. How do I get out of this? Which the title just says everything.
I think you can guess which role I'm going to be accused of playing here.
I'm not accusing. I'm just spitting mad truth.
Oh, God. Just read.
Dear Amy, about 5 years ago, I met a married couple at a local coffee shop. I consider them acquaintances. They think we're friends. After a while, I found the guy to be really annoying, and I tried not to run into them. They moved to another city. They had a going away party, and I decided to go because I figured I would never see them again. I've successfully dodged them whenever they visited. Suddenly, they moved back because he now has cancer and is getting treatment here. I now have to feign interest and concern. I've run into them on the street a few times, and I get text messages and phone calls on a regular basis. How do I get out of this and get away from them? Does this make me a bad person because now he has cancer? I just don't care about them. Nice guy, not heartless.
Wow. I feel...
You relate. Right? You relate.
Okay, I do relate, because I have been in that situation before where I've met someone, especially when you've met like a couple where you knew one person and you meet their partner, and maybe you've hung out with them a few times, but then like you're like, wow, their partner drives me nuts. Like I cannot be around them.
It's coming out. I see it.
You end up spending less time with that the other person because you just don't like their partner.
You miss Michael? Okay, I get it.
No. No, that is not what I'm saying. This is not applied to you. I'm saying I have been in the situation more than once, and definitely in the last, 5 years, probably 2 or 3 times.
Okay. Yeah. So, I won't make you be my friend, but I will make you come on this podcast with me.
We are friends.
You can't say that, because then I don't get to tease you.
I mean, you're going to tease me anyway.
I guess I am going to tease you anyways. Okay.
All right, what's the response?
Dear Heartless, keep your boundaries in place. It's easy to let calls go to voicemail and to dodge texts if that's what you want to do. Think about the actual amount of time spent interacting with them. It sounds minimal. And then determine to be nice to them when you do interact with them. They are human beings and you are too. Do you have to care about someone to express compassion? Really hope not.
I mean, I agree with that.
If it was Abby, that would have been so much harsher.
Yeah, for sure.
You can see Amy's sweet. Out of all the advice columnists, she's the sweet one.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I think that if you can treat people with kindness even if you don't particularly like them or don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
So I think that's good advice. I think this person is complaining maybe a little bit too much. Like,
Poor me. I have to be friends with this weirdo.
yeah, it feels a little bit like that, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
like you don't have to hang out with them. You can just be nice to them when you run into them on the street, which apparently they do according to the
Yeah.
article, right? It's like, okay, you run on the street, say something nice, say hi, blah blah blah, and then like if they try to make plans, whatever, just do the normal deflection that people do, where they're like, yeah, we'll talk about that, we'll follow up, maybe we'll get to do something, and then you're busy and you can't, and that's okay, and you just do that forever, or I guess until this person expires of cancer.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I mean, I didn't write that. That's what's in there.
Okay. I gotta ask now.
Okay.
Would you like to finally tell me that you don't actually particularly like me very much?
Oh my God.
And that you don't want to keep this friendship going? And that you're just being nice because I keep texting you memes of long Furbies?
Okay, I'm gonna have a moment now. So we are friends, but that is one thing I dislike very much, and you have figured out I dislike, and yet you continue to do. She sends me these images of Furbies, which I find creepy on the best of days. Like, just a normal Furby is
I
creepy.
can't breathe.
If you've never heard the death rattle of a Furby whose battery is dying, it is an absolutely nightmare-inducing thing. And she's sending me these images of what are called long Furbies. If you don't know what that is, and you're easily bothered by it, don't look it up. It's creepy. I promise you it's creepier than I can describe. But just long, creepy Furbies with different colors. Sometimes they look like they're part of, like, I don't know, altars to some dark deity. It is madness, okay? It is creepy. It is uncomfortable. She just sends me them. Sometimes unprompted. I just get a random link, and I'm like, I know what this is, but I still have to click on it out of curiosity. And I click, and creepy long Furby, candles, dark sacrificed puppets near it. I don't know what's going on. This is our friendship. And then she has the audacity to tell me that she's not my friend and we're not friends. I put up with this. That's friendship right there.
You're right. You tolerate me and I rather enjoy you for it.
Okay, rant ended.
Rant ended. Just for your guys' understanding of long Furbies, it came out because of the Weeb episode. We talked about Tumblr.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a few Tumblr, like, God, I don't even know what to call them, like, skeletons in my closet. Dark secrets, guilty pleasures. One of them is the fan fiction.
I feel like it's guilty pleasures, right? It's the
Guilty
things that,
pleasures.
like, you're like, I shouldn't enjoy this,
But I do. Yeah, so I'm on Tumblr for the fan fiction, as we heard in that episode, because I keep calling back to that episode.
Yeah.
But one of the other ones are long Furbies. And I can't express to you guys how much they bring me joy. The long Furby community on Tumblr is nothing but positivity and creativity and uninhibited, like, no habits, no what is that word? Habitations? Inhibitions, that word. It's there. They are themselves with all their long Furby glory. And if it wouldn't cause a divorce, I would have a long Furby.
Well, I'm glad to know that Michael is.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
he's already said you were not allowed to bring a long Furby into this household.
Rational person.
And if I had a long Furby, it would be wrapped around my vanity up with my other stuffed animals in the dungeon.
The dungeon?
This is the dungeon.
I
We
guess
are in the
there are
dungeon.
stuffed animals. It doesn't feel very dungeony. It's bright. It's white. There's a natural light coming in. It doesn't feel dungeony. But you know what? I think some dungeons do look like this. So
This
that
is
makes
my
sense.
girl dungeon. This is where I keep half of my makeup.
Okay, half.
Yeah. That's the other thing. It's weird makeup. That's the other.
Okay.
The like shit people don't want to post on Instagram. I guess we'll leave it there, and I will post on our Instagram what a long Furby is, but I'll put a not safe for work square over it, so only the people that scroll sideways.
Is there a like not safe for sanity tag? 'Cause I feel like that's what it should be. Like don't look at this if you don't want to be a little bit disturbed. If you want it, go for it. I applaud your curiosity. I looked, okay.
And you
I just
keep
don't
looking.
recommend that anyone else do it.
You know what? My other co-host in the other podcast also hates them, and we're in a LARPing group, and his like LARPing character's sworn enemy is the long Furby.
Okay, so I used to do this. There's this like bike around Davis thing
Yeah.
when I used to live there, right? And it's called the Tour de Davis, and it's very silly, right? It's not a race. It's like
Yeah.
a very laid back. It's a lot of like burners, right? So it's a
Okay.
lot of like very laid back, very chill people, and like people wear weird costumes and they dress up. There's like you have teams, like
Mhm.
of like 10 to 12 people, and you have a theme. And ours was Intergalactic Muppet Hunters.
I love it.
So we were dressed up in like, there's a music video, like a Lady Gaga music video that's like, it looks like space armor, sort of. It's like a space bikini with like shoulder pads, and it's like bizarre. So we all wore that over like other absurd attire and decorate ourselves with Muppet like pelts, which was just Muppets.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Because-
that's what he plans to do. He's ordering a long Furby spine, and he's gonna wear it as a belt.
See, I'm about that. That's fun. I had a cup holder that was just Beaker's head because it's already a cylinder, and so it was like it held my water bottle on like a little bandolier. I had a
Yeah.
little water bottle with Beaker's head. I still
Great.
have that actually.
You guys can bond over your hatred of the long Furby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already said that if I send him any more long Furby, means he's gonna block me. Anyways, guys, we're keeping you for a while, and we got so off topic, but
We
it
did.
was great because you guys are saying that Ryan's not actually my friend. You guys can't see him shaking his head unless you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah,
which
I am sorry. I am shaking my head because I am her friend, and this is just the nature of our friendship.
Yeah, you see how mean I am to him. Anyways, guys, we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, I'm Ryan, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Build Right Roll, where I post about my professional Dungeon Master experiences. You can check out the links in the description if you're interested in hiring a professional DM or looking to level up your own DM skills.
And you can find me, V, at Cringe Queen at Instagram and Twitter, or check me out on YouTube as the Queen of Cringe, and be embarrassed with me.
All right, well, thanks for listening and cringing along with us.
And we'll catch you next time with more awesome cringe content.
I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful or maybe terrible. Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
Hello, I am Patrick,
And I'm Andrew. And I'm Christian.
And I'm Allie.
and we are Rad Theater, a podcast where a bunch of friends play role-playing games and share a single brain cell, and the GM doesn't always have it. Oh, and it's theater spelled the correct way, Theatre.
Okay, let's talk about Lever Consulting. They help you create so many things. A perfect personal statement, application essays, presentations. They help create writings that truly represent you. They've got writers, editors, and even researchers. Lever Consulting can make all your stuff easy to read, understandable, and enjoyable. They truly take editing to the next level. Not only do they have flexible rates, they also offer assistance with college applications and job seeking. Check them out at leverconsulting.com and get a free consultation.